Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. This is the show on the channel where we review new albums all the damn time in the various genres we cover here on SOT, all forms of hard rock and metal, progressive rock, progressive metal, jazz fusion, classic rock. That's kind of our wheelhouse here on the channel. Extreme metal, all sorts of stuff. Today, we're going to take a look at a debut album on Heavy Psych Sounds Records. It's a very cool record label out of Italy that delivers all sorts of things. Heavy psychedelia, stoner rock and metal, and doom, right? Today, I think this band is from Poland because there's very little information on the CD itself, and even on the Bandcamp page, it doesn't really tell you much about where they're from. But judging by their names, they're from Poland. The band is called Atom Juice. This is their self-titled debut. Is there any doubt after seeing that album cover that this is a psychedelic album? Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at the digipack. There are the song titles. And as you can see, no information at all. Where it was recorded, who produced it, who plays on it. Emptiness. I really dislike this trend, guys. If the label's watching, I mean, could it really hurt to put the names of the guys in the band and what they play and where this was recorded at and who produced it? I mean, and when? Is that too much to ask for? You could probably fit that all on one of these panels. Lazy. I'm seeing so much stuff coming from some of these small labels, and I get it. Physical product is not priority anymore. But still, if you're going to go to all the trouble, put all this artwork and stuff on there, put the names of the guys in the band. It's not that difficult. Anyway, they do, thankfully, on the Bandcamp page, they do have some of this information. So let's talk about the band. So again, let me read you a little bit here. So Atom Juice steps onto the scene with their debut album, a psychedelic progressive rock journey released via Heavy Psych Sounds, inspired by the Allman Brothers Band, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Pond, and Nolan Potter's Nightmare Band. The band blends vintage vibes with a modern edge. Recorded entirely in their rehearsal space, the album features layered guitars, rich vocal harmonies, spacey effects, all crafted with great attention to detail. We poured everything we had into this record over the years and it took to create it. We hope you enjoy the listen. All right, who is the band, you might be asking? And I apologize if I butcher any of these names. I'll do the best I can. Bartek Dobry on guitars, vocals, and keyboards. Piotr, that's the Polish way of saying Peter, spelled Piotr. Piotr Kirks on drums. Karol Melak on guitars and vocals. Patrick Tarashko on guitars and didgeridoo, and Jan Rabiega on bass guitar, with some help in the studio from special guest Matius Strempa on keyboards on one track, and Tukas Bereha flute on one song. Okay, recorded at our rehearsal space throughout 2023 and 2024. Where that is, nobody knows. They don't say. Mixed by Hubert Woznakowski, mastered by Krzysztof Kloss, and the artwork was done by Alexandra Dobra-Jastrzebska. All right. So, what's this music all about, you might ask? This is a very enjoyable album. Now that my bitching out of the way about what the label did, not including certain information, that does not take away from the enjoyment of the album. This is fun, groovy, funky, psychedelic, hard rockin' prog. It's all these things. It's not a really heavy album, but it doesn't need to be. There are 6 tracks on here. It's roughly 30 some odd minutes, just not quite 40 minutes, I think. And if you love like late 60s into early 70s Pink Floyd and some of the other psychedelic bands of that era, you're going to love this. There's a little bit of prog on here, yes, but to me this is more a true psychedelic album. There's some hard rock here and there, whatever, but it's not a heavy album, but man, there are grooves all over the place, trippy grooves, I might say. This album just really took me back to like some of that, to that era. If you like the really kind of trippy, spacey, psychedelic stuff of that era, you know, specifically like maybe 67, 68 through like 72, 73, there's loads and loads of Pink Floyd references on here, from the use of synths, some of the heavy bass grooves, right? There's an element of fun. There's an element of weirdness that I really like. The vocals are very well done. Let's take a look at the song. So it starts off with, then you got some shorter tracks and some longer tracks. Hercules is loads of fun. That's the first track. It just pulls you right in. Loads and loads of fun. Goo Boo is great. That's track number 2. Very, very much Pink Floyd style music. Really good. Duo could be my favorite song on here. Duo is tremendous. Cool, trippy guitars and guitar effects. Loads of really cool synths. Like I said, the throbbing bass and the cool drums are just very, very groovy and very fun. Kind of funky. Really good stuff. Dead Hookers is next. That's excellent. Really good. Sexy Frogs follows that. Also very cool. And the last track is kind of like a space rock, psychedelic, proggy groove fest. It's called Honey. It's almost 9 minutes long. Loads of fun. This is a very, very cool album. Maybe not what I expected, because sometimes you have like these preconceived notions when you get stuff from a certain label and you're used to what they put out. There's no doom on here. This is not really a stoner album. This is a total psych album, a proggy psych album, but it's still, like I said, it's funky. It's loads of grooves, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. This would be an album that I think you could, if you're having like a bunch of people over who maybe don't like heavier music and don't really like prog rock and whatever, but you want to put on something that you think will catch their attention. Be like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of neat. I think I can dance and move around and groove to this, right? It's kind of weird, right? All at the same time. That's this album. Very, very cool stuff. So, and I think if you're a Pink Floyd fan, specifically like early Pink Floyd, like the early stuff, like first album up and through, and I'm not even really necessarily including like Dark Side of the Moon, like some of the stuff before that. I think you'll really like this album. So very cool. This is like a 4.25 out of 5. Easy, loads of fun. I'm going to put the link to the Bandcamp page down below so you can go listen to it. I think once you hear it, you'll feel exactly like I do. A lot of fun, good vocals, good tunes. Some lengthy stuff. There's some adventurous stuff on here, but it's all about the grooves and the spacey effects and kind of the vibe. It's excellent stuff. It's dripping psychedelic pop prog, groovy, funky fun. That's what this is all about. So check it out. Adam Juice. I love the name too. Adam Juice. Who thought of this? I don't know. Very cool. Like I said, I think they're from Poland. Pretty sure they're from Poland, but go check it out. And link below. And let us know what you think after you give it a listen. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. All down there. Thanks, everybody. Greatly appreciate all your support, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. More reviews coming. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye-bye.